Welcome back. I'm Ira Radford, and that's our show for tonight of streaming documentary. I'm so glad we had the opportunity to detail the differences between a mermaid and a merman. And thank you to our guest, Tim Hultquist from Alaska, who has claimed to have sex with both. Next week's episode, we're going to compare and contrast the differences of what it was like living in the year 2000 versus what it's projected to be in 2100, 51 years from now. That's tonight's episode. So remember, keep your streaming up and your documentation down.
That's a wrap. Great work, Ira. Another one in the log.
Great. Thank you, Loretta. Another stellar episode in the books.
Hey, they don't pay for stellar. They pay for ratings.
Listen, I was wondering if we can meet later tonight and talk. I have something to say. It's more about a documentary, an historical documentary that I want to do.
All right. But only if it involves you telling me that you're not going to retire.
I'm sure you'd like that.
You know I'm going to have a heck of a time trying to replace you.
So if I gave you the name and the place, can you be there by 6 o'clock?
You know I can never say no to you.
I mean, really, 6 o'clock. You know, you're never on time for anything.
But aren't I worth the wait?
Knew I should have said 5. You're never going to be there by 6.
Ira? Why did you drag me down to this dump of a place?
Loretta, I'm so glad you came. You're even on time. I've got an idea that I want to pitch to you.
Yeah, you said something about a historical documentary?
Yes, I want to do an historical documentary about this place. This is an historical place.
This doesn't look like a historical place. This looks like a rundown building with decor from the 1900s.
Well, actually, it was built in 1899, over 150 years ago.
Yeah, it looks like it hasn't been cleaned in 150 years. Nothing has changed.
No, it hasn't. That's what's so great. That's what makes this place so special.
I don't see what's so special about this place.
Loretta, this place has style.
Says the man dressed straight out of 2019.
Oh, stop it. Come on, let me show you this place. This place has so much romance.
I think this place has ghosts and rats.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's fine. Come on, you're so scared of rats. What you're failing to see is the beauty that lies beneath these walls.
I think what lies beneath these walls is faulty wiring and busted pipes.
Loretta, where's your romance?
Where's your eyesight?
Guess what your eye sees quite differently than what my eyes see.
And what do you see, Ira? You see beauty? You see elegance? Oh, I see history. Print media's dead in 2049. This thing has to be like 20 years old.
Well, that makes sense. This place closed over 10 years ago. But before that, 140 years it hosted some of the world's best and even the strangest parties.
Strange parties?
Where presidents and kings and queens would come here to celebrate.
All right, Ira, now you're talking. What presidents came here to celebrate? Was it one of the Bushes?
No.
Nixon? Obama?
Not really, no.
Oh, not Clinton. This place have a bedroom, maybe you left some DNA.
Loretta, I don't mean those kinds of presidents. I mean the president of the town soccer program and the garden club.
Ira, seriously? And these kings?
Well, the King family from Brooklyn had all their parties here from the 70s and 80s. I mean, Little Jimmy King's communion party, Uncle John King's.
Ira and the queens.
It wouldn't be a party unless somebody from Queens was here. It's literally across town line.
Ira, you are misleading me.
Loretta, I'm not. Trust me, the Victorian house has history. Just not the kind that you want. I mean, you've been my producer for 10 years now, right?
Yes, and we've been #1 in the ratings since I took over for what's his name?
I know, and you've been great. But you know, it's not the history that you want. You want breaking news, live as things are happening.
Yeah, how we report things in this century.
Loretta, can we just show our audiences how things used to be in better days? When people came to places like this to celebrate.
People like the King family from Brooklyn.
Yes, they would come here to celebrate some of their happiest and, unfortunately, sometimes their saddest occasions.
Look, I'm sorry, Ira, but Well, I don't think that's very interesting.
Come on, let's do something different instead of what we do today with virtual reality parties. Virtual reality headsets? I mean, people with streaming with their 1,000 closest friends, they never even leave their seats. They don't even get a chance to dance with Aunt Sissy or Uncle Ferdy.
Wait, who?
Never mind. Guess you see this place like you see me. Old, obsolete, ready to be torn down.
Oh, Ira. You're not ready to be torn down.
Oh, but I'm old and obsolete?
You know what I mean.
You know, this was supposed to be my last documentary, you know.
Well, you don't have to retire. I don't want you to go. We've got a good thing going.
But I wanted to do something that I wanted to do, not some stupid expose on President Timberlake when he was in a boy band.
Fine. I'll listen to your pitch.
Really? You'll listen to me this time?
Yes. Go ahead.
All right, I'm in love with this place. I've been here for months. I mean, it's something's drawing me to be here. I mean, this place, it's got a blocked passageway, but you know what? We can fix that. Let me show you the rest of this place. Let me show you, okay? Come on. This place is amazing. Look, look, look. They've got boxes upon boxes of all the parties that have been here. They've got tons more in the back. But look, look, they even have this, Loretta. It's a laptop, Loretta, a laptop. Look, look.
Ira, it's a laptop. Oh, it even has keys. What they used to call a hard drive in the 20s. Now this, we can do a documentary on.
Oh, Loretta, you promised you'd listen.
All right. Fine. Go ahead, tell me about this place.
Well, let me tell you the story from the beginning then. The Victorian house was first established in 1899, over 150 years ago. When its original owners moved here from England, under very strange circumstances.
Huh.
The wedding party's arriving in 15 minutes. Yes, but everything's finished. I'm simply prepping for tomorrow.
All right, dear Ida, that's perfect.
Not exactly. This is the last of the meat.
Nothing in the back. Used it up for last week's horse funeral.
Any ideas, sisters?
William? No, I told you before. He's me husband and the father of me child. I love him.
Oh, sure, you've got standards. You don't kill, you only dismember, cook, and serve. May I help you?
You must be the Lovett sisters?
Ida Lecter, maiden name Lovett. And these are my sisters, Ruth and Nellie.
You girls aren't from around here, I take it.
London, in fact.
Mom and Dad brought us here a few years back. Went into the business.
Well, that brings me to my point. I'm here to investigate the disappearance of your parents.
Disappearance? Surely there must be some mistake. Mom and Dad passed on several weeks ago. Tragedy. We shall never be the same.
Oh, my condolences. I must ask, how did they pass?
Can I offer you a sausage?
It's the sweetest story, really. Let's tell you all about it.
I'll fetch you a glass of gin.
Oh, no, ma'am, no gin. I can't be drunk on duty.
One little glass never hurt anyone.
Well, I suppose.
There you go.
So, about your parents.
Yes, the poor dears were holding hands when it happened. Just like the day they were married.
Were they holding hands when they went into the oven? Couldn't say, really. There was a bit of a struggle. They could have been.
We found them in the morning, lying in repose in their bed, looking positively at peace. We buried them out back in the garden. English tradition, you understand.
So, you ladies had nothing to do with their deaths.
Murderesses?
Ridiculous! Can Can you imagine? Come, dear. Let's take a walk through the garden. I'll show you the beautiful headstone we used to mark their final resting place.
Maybe you can give me a reason to end this line of questioning.
I'm sure we can work out a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Nellie, you've been gone the better part of an hour.
The party's over. We had to clean up ourselves. Is that blood on your cheek?
Nonsense. It's lipstick. Ida, dear, could you launder his shirt?
Is this lipstick on the collar?
No, that's blood.
Well, that solves this week's meat shortage at least. Officer What's-His-Name's colleagues are bound to be looking for him.
We'll have to make haste. Perhaps back to London?
William recently had a job opportunity come by post from Hungary. I'll go wherever he goes and be the best wife and mother.
Well, I'm going to go into meat pies for certain. What? It's not butter upon bacon. I'll get it right eventually. They'd be ashamed to leave such a beautiful building.
Mom and Dad work so hard.
And they really did make the best sausages between them. Oh, are you all right? Oh, yes, the darling's kicking is all.
What do you name the bugger anyway?
We decided on Mary Elizabeth for a girl. And if it's a boy, we're going with an old family name. Annabel William Lecter.
Oh, wow. That was an interesting story. So, did they ever move back to London? I mean, what happened after the original owner sold?
Well, that's where the records get a little blurry, but I know in the 1920s they opened up a speakeasy here.
You mean a place for good diction?
No, Loretta, a speakeasy's well, let me have
Oh, look, Ira. It says here that in the 1940s, during World War II, they had jitterbug contests here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's a jitterbug?
I've been working with you for about 10 years now. You never cease to amaze me.
Aw.
Oh, look at this. In the 1950s, they held sock hops here.
Wait, what do they have against shoes?
No, it's a sock hop party.
Yeah, Ira, you keep saying these words and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Come on, let's take these boxes. We'll go in the back. Let's go through them. It'll be fun. Come on.
Here you go, Jennifer. 1 cup of punch, not spiked.
Doesn't this make you a little sad?
What do you mean?
Well, it's our last dance of high school. Sunday we graduate, and our high school years are over. Everything changes.
Oh, yeah, but at least we got it all figured out, right? Well, you see, I'll go to college, and you'll stay here to work as a secretary at your dad's store. I'll come back, we'll get married, I'll work a business, you'll stay at home to raise our 2.5 kids. Well, at least one of them a boy. Oh, and take care of the dog, Scruffy. You'll host dinner parties so I can climb the ladder of success. We'll live in a nice house in the suburbs. I'll mow the lawn on Saturdays. We'll go to church together on Sundays. And then I'll watch football all day. I'll have an exciting career and feel very fulfilled. Then the kids will grow up and you can do other things, such as throwing Tupperware parties or playing bridge with the neighbors. Oh, and laundry, tons and tons of laundry. Then the grandkids will come and you can help take care of them, and that'll give you a new sense of purpose.
Huh?
Then we'll buy a new car every 10 years, then I'll retire after working at the same company for 30 years, and we can move down and live as snowbirds in Florida. Sounds like a nice life, doesn't it?
Okay, but what if it doesn't happen like that?
What do you mean?
Well, what if I go to college and study nursing?
Go to college and study nursing? That's a good one.
You flunk out of college and you get drafted in the army and have to go fight a war in a jungle somewhere. And you'll come home unhappy and unable to hold a job. So I'll get a second job at the local disco where I'll meet a handsome man in a white suit and I leave you. Oh, don't worry. I won't marry the dancer. Just have fun for a while. I'll advance as a nurse, and I'll work in the OR, where I'll meet and marry a handsome surgeon who treats me like an equal.
An equal what?
We live in a high-rise in the city, and we have one child, a girl, because we're far too busy for a big family, and we'll take trains to work, so we won't need cars, which will be good in case there's a crazy gas shortage. Oh, and in order to stay fit, I'll take aerobics classes at those new studios. They'll just pop up everywhere, and I'll have big, beautiful, flammable hair.
Flammable?
Yeah. And after my daughter graduates from high school, I'll go back to school and I'll become a physician's assistant. And my husband will be head of surgery. And we'll invest all of our money in 401ks. And after the market dips and rebounds a couple of times, we'll retire to our country home. And my husband and I will volunteer at the charities that we create.
You are nuts!
While working with homeless veterans, I'll run into you. And we'll reminisce about our last high school dance. And we'll spend a couple of hours together, and you leave. And we'll never see each other again. Ever.
Sure, that could happen. And someday we'll have flying cars or casinos on the moon. You should come up with some crazy ideas. Where did you even think of something like that?
Well, I'm at this new boy in town, at the soda shop. And he's not from around here, and he dresses really weird. But he just told me all these stories, and I just got to thinking.
Oh, well, there's your problem. You don't need to be thinking. That's what you got me for.
Loretta, this is the hall in which they had all of the parties in the 1960s. They even held a 1969 post-Woodstock party here. Isn't it amazing?
Oh, you mean the bird from the Charlie Brown cartoons? Ha! I got one.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh.
Let's keep going.
Hey, Big Bird Green! How the heck are you? I haven't seen you since the stalk of wood.
Hey, Manny Hits, how the hell are you?
Good, man. Yeah, hey, where's Dale?
Dale? Oh, I don't know, man. I haven't seen him in days. I hear he's totally baked, man.
Yeah, baked like a pie. Or else he was at Woodstock this summer.
Yeah. Probably both.
Hey guys, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to take my old lady to a pottery class.
Oh, yeah, that's cool, man. Is the teacher of the class hallucinating?
No, Big Bud. It was a pottery class, not a pot class.
Both sound good, man. Pottery, pot. How you doing there, Dale? Strawberry Fields?
It was Strawberry Fields, I get it. Nothing is real. And nothing to get on about. You know, I was in the shower last night and I was singing Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. My wife stuck her head in and said, "You sound like Richard Nixon."
It's better than looking like Tricky Dick.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, man, does it feel like it's warmer this year or something?
Yeah, man. I am totally sweating. No, dudes, that's from all the acid you took.
No, man, I'm serious. I think the globe is warming up.
Oh, global warming.
Nah, there's no such thing as global warming. Ask anyone.
Hey, Dale, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm all right, man. I just took a hit outside, and I'm flying higher than Apollo 11.
Hey, Apollo 11. Here's to Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz. I love that name.
A toast to the moon landing. Huh?
To the man on the moon. Yeah, I'll bong to that. Oh, I'm all out.
Can you do bombs on the moon?
Oh man, I think you need air for that. Yeah.
Hey, this is a new age. We can escape pollution and colonize the moon. We'll call it Moon Day.
Dude, don't you think we should clean up the Earth first?
Oh, I totally agree, man. We shouldn't be taking our pollution to the moon. We should be celebrating cleaning up the Earth.
Earth Day?
Nah, nobody would buy that. It's not catchy enough.
Hey, man. I'm so glad I met you guys at Woodstock. I love you, man.
Make one, not Lord.
I don't think that's quite right. But it sounds cool. That whole movement is cool.
Yeah, you guys are hip and hip and hip.
You're a real cool cat, Daddy.
Yeah, like who needs a Band-Aid?
That's not funny.
Dude, you've changed, man. You used to be like all peace and love.
Yeah, man, your aura has changed.
I think it's his climate.
Climate change? Nah.
Hey, man, how's your new girlfriend? L something.
Alice D. Yeah, she's psychedelic. Plus, she does magic.
Oh, that sounds mysterious.
You magical mystery. All you need are doves.
That's not making sense.
Or peppermints.
Hey, Dale, go over there and put on a record.
Oh, okay. Who?
I don't care.
No, who?
Yes, that's fine.
Which one?
Guess who?
I don't want to guess who, man. Just put on a record.
Who?
Yes.
I don't like that.
You don't like who?
Yes.
Who is the band you're going to play?
Yes.
Yes is the band you're going to play.
No, who?
That's what I'm asking you.
Forget about it. Just put on the Stones.
I got the munchies. Yeah, man.
Yeah, what are they serving, man?
I think it's sausage and peas.
I don't like peas, man. I ain't eating no peas.
Oh, come on, man. They ain't that
Yeah,
bad.
man, it ain't that bad. Just eat the peas. All we are saying is give peas a chance.
Loretta, this is the stage in which they had tons and tons of weddings here in the 1970s. Weddings, Loretta. Think about it. Tons and tons and tons of weddings.
Woohoo!
They even had their famous meal, sausage pies.
Weddings, sausage pies. Yeah, there's a joke in there somewhere.
Not a documentary, but a joke.
All right, well, let's go to the 80s. Oh, look at this. They held big Wall Street conventions here in the 80s. Look at these names. Look at these names. Big names. Huge names. You know, most of these guys went to jail. Wait. Look at this. Star Trek conventions. They had Star Trek conventions. You remember Kirk? Remember Spock? You remember Bones?
Damn it, Ira, I'm a producer, not a historian.
Oh, the 1990s. Oh my God, that was a decadent decade. They even held a Y2K party.
Wait, you mean they had a party for lubricant?
What? No. I said Y2K, not KY. I didn't say KY. Oh my God, it's 11:58.
Well, we have to get the waiter over here. We need the champagne before midnight.
You know, you can probably have my glass. I'm having way too much fun watching you freak out over this alleged computer crash.
I am not freaking out. I'm just completely prepared for the end of the computer age.
Well, did you get all your money out of the bank? I knew those ATMs were going to be a problem someday.
Oh, no, I didn't. What? The bank teller can still give me my money,
Oh?
right?
If the computer thinks it's 1900, how much money did you have in the bank in 1900?
I didn't even Think of that.
Exactly what did you mean when you said you were prepared for this?
I have been stockpiling food, canned goods, and non-perishables. I have got enough stockpile to last me until they get the computers back up and running.
Uh-huh. And how do you plan to heat up those canned goods when the electricity company and the gas company shut down?
Why on earth would they do that?
Duh! How do you think they run their systems? Computers!
I guess I'll just eat my food cold. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go out first thing in the morning and get a manual can opener.
Good luck with that. None of the cash registers are gonna work.
Why didn't I take my money out of the bank?
Here you go, just in time for the New Year's toast.
Well, you seem very chipper.
Well, sure, I love New Year's Eve.
Well, I hope you're getting enough tips on your last night at work.
Why would this be my last night at work?
Oh, haven't you heard? At midnight, all the computers are gonna shut down. And think it's 1900. All businesses are gonna close.
Oh, that. Listen, this place hasn't changed the way they do business since before 1900. I have nothing to worry about. Computers at the Victorian house, as if.
Well, that gets us through the first 100 years. Now we can go on to the next 50.
Oh, now I need to go home, Ira.
No, please, give me a chance. I mean, give this a chance. Can we just go through the last few boxes? Please.
All right, fine. Call me a sap. Never say no to you. But there better be something interesting in those boxes.
Just so happens I have a party here from 2025 of mob bosses.
Mob bosses could be interesting enough to do a documentary on.
Finally, something that piques your interest?
Assuming you don't mean bosses who manage unruly crowds.
Where would you get an idea like that?
Oh, I don't know. Somebody told me that presidents, kings, and queens all partied here. 'Cause, you know, it isn't a party without somebody from Queens.
Fine. Just go through the file. I think you'll find it interesting.
Hey. How's business?
Fine. I had a couple of union issues I had to deal with, but everybody's back in line. Needed to have a couple of heart-to-hearts with the local boys, but I ain't expecting any more trouble.
Well, if you do, I can show you some good places to hide the bodies.
From what I hear, around this place, there won't be much of the body left to hide. Is that why you picked it for a meeting? Nostalgic for the old days?
I didn't call this meeting. I thought you did.
Hello, boy.
Oh, che bella.
It's been too long.
Oh, Rosetta, it's always good to have a sit down with the families. You know, with only 3 of us left, we should get together more often.
4.
4? What are you talking about?
Excuse me. Your table's ready.
Rosetta, you were saying something about another family.
Well, I cannot say for sure, but I hear things. And someone is nestling in my territory. Contracts have fallen through. Protection money is slowing down. And associates have disappeared.
You know, now that you mention it, it seems that a lot of my business dealings of late have been plagued by bad luck. Is that why you call this meeting?
Oh, no, boys, you're mistaken. I did not call this meeting. I assumed that one of you had requested it.
Dude, I hear what you're saying, but it's not gonna work. You know that I don't do meetings between 2 and 4. Yeah, well, tell the mayor that it's my meditation and yoga time. Sorry about that.
The mayor?
Yeah, I keep texting him to sign into my Google Calendar and pick a day, but you know how it goes sometimes. Old people, am I right? Anyhow, I had some free time, so I figured I'd set up this meeting so we can all have a chat. My name is Michael Connor, and I'm a big fan of all of you.
Kid, you have stepped into a world of trouble here. You cannot just go call a meeting with the 3 of us.
Oh, I didn't call this meeting. I have people that do that for me.
Young man, what exactly is this all about?
Excellent, right to the point. So, I'm gonna buy you all out.
Of what?
Your mob businesses.
Kid, you don't know what you're talking about. I am in the construction business. Sean is in contract negotiations. And Rosetta invests in film and the arts.
Yes, I understand. Well, I'm buying you out of all of those businesses. I am consolidating and streamlining, and I'm trying to bring your businesses into the 21st century.
Son, you have no idea what you're talking about. I think I speak for the three of us when I say that none of our businesses are for sale. I think that you're bitten off more than you can chew, and I suggest that you leave now, and we'll all forget that this conversation ever took place.
Listen, change can be hard, I get that, especially for people of advancing age. But if there's no change, there's no evolution. Now, I've given you all a very generous offer. I've airdropped it to you.
What the hell are you talking about?
Airdropped, like on your phones.
You mean like emailed?
No. Anyhow, this offer requires that you cease and desist all of your business operations within 30 days. Then, I'm going to set up a small but legitimate business that you'll all run by name only. This is a neat and legal way of compensating you.
Michael, what makes you think that any of us would be interested in your offer? We are all doing very well for ourselves.
Are you? Are you really? Haven't your businesses been disrupted? Your clientele shrinking? Your friends not returning calls and your associates disappearing?
Disappeared? It was you! You were killing our guys!
Killing? Absolutely not. There are better ways of doing things nowadays. It's just that the IRS has been made aware of incomes on which taxes hadn't been paid.
You're a snitch!
You misunderstand me. I'm a businessman. I go to areas with favorable revenue streams in which there may or may not be legitimate business practices. I establish companies, I put employees on my payroll, I give them 401ks, but most importantly, I pay taxes.
What kind of businesses are you in? Prostitution? Contract killing? Drugs! You got drug dealers on your payroll!
Ow, this is all such old school mafia. There are better ways of making money.
Like what?
Like cybercrime. Not that that's the business that I'm in, but it is a very lucrative business.
So, let's just say that, hypothetically, you are running cybercrime. Why would you be interested in our businesses that, are hypothetically the kind that run-of-the-mill criminals could run?
Consolidation and competition. Look, it's time to go out with the old and in with the new. You're all getting to the age where people might come and push you out, especially younger people who are looking for expansion opportunities. I'm just trying to get there first. So, do we have a deal?
I'm not gonna let some young punk push me out.
Buy you out.
Kid, you better get out of here before I...
Boys, don't be too hasty. I think there might be something to this. This is a very reasonable offer.
I thought you'd see it my way. Look, I'm not trying to be a hard ass here, but if there's something I left out, I'm totally open to negotiating.
This is ridiculous. We do not accept your offer, no matter how great you say it is. The answer is no.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Hey. Hey, it's me. Yeah, could you send out the zip files on those two guys? Thanks. Rosetta, I am so looking forward to working with you to wrap up your business.
Excuse me. What makes you think that we are going to tolerate your little venture here? Your story has been entertaining, but we've never heard of you. And there is no way you got the clout or the power that you say you do. In fact, I am telling you right now that you're going to have to watch your back around our town.
Mr. Santabello, Mr. O'Reilly, there's two gentlemen at the door. They're from the FBI. They want to talk to you about a tax matter. They asked me to come get you and asked if you would come quietly to the door.
Michael, could I have some say in the business I'm going to run? You know I'm very interested in the arts, and I've always wanted to run a little theater and art gallery. By run, I mean simply have my name associated with it.
Like a benefactor.
Exactly.
I like that idea. Let's talk about it. You know, I have always wanted to be a media mogul.
Cheers. Sounds like that guy made it big. I don't remember his name being on any warrant.
I think he changed his name. I think he's a big media mogul now.
All right, Ira, what's next? These are the last few boxes, aren't they?
Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Oh, looks like we got a wedding here being planned in 2032.
How is that different than a wedding from any other decade?
Well, you know, relationships were, quite different then, and you know how they are. Even today, they're quite different.
I wouldn't know. I work too much to develop any sort of relationship. What are you looking at? Come on, we gotta go through these boxes. I need sleep, and soon.
Well, maybe if you didn't work so much, you wouldn't be so tired all the time.
Maybe if I didn't have to go through these boxes, I wouldn't be so tired all the time.
Welcome! You must be Celeste and Michael. I'm Bill Cutts. We streamed last night about your event this June 24th.
Yes, we are so excited to have our wedding reception here at the Victorian house.
Well, you do know that June 24th, 2032 is a Thursday.
Yes, well, June 24th is a special date.
It's the day my parents got married, and we didn't want to wait until 2034.
Yes, we're ready to tie the knot this year.
Well, that's wonderful. So here at the Victorian house, we take pride in making sure that every event is as unique as the individuals hosting it. In the 133 years that we've been in operation, we've seen it all.
This place is amazing, and thank you for seeing us on such short notice.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yes, when Celeste gets her mind on something, there's no stopping her.
Well, that is a fantastic trait. I love perseverance. We're just so thrilled that you decided to have your reception here at the Victorian house.
This place has such history.
Well, I still don't understand why we can't hold the reception at the Bill Gates Virtual Reality Cyber Gateway.
Because everybody's doing it. And I'm old-fashioned. Besides, when we went to Wanda's wedding, you decided to play Call of Duty 22 instead of being in the virtual party with Jacob and I.
Well, it was his day with you anyway. I don't understand how me playing Call of Duty has anything...
Michael, this has been a dream of mine since I was little.
Yes, dear.
Excellent. Let's get started. I have a few basic questions for you that'll help me to get to know you a little bit better so I can plan the perfect event for the both of you.
Wonderful.
Alrighty. How would you describe your ideal reception?
Cheap.
Oh, Michael, stop it. I want a traditional reception.
Celeste, the AFC Championship game is on soon. It's the Pats. This could be Brady's last game. Can we get going?
So, do you have any themes in mind?
Themes? What kind of themes are there? Isn't the theme wedding reception?
I'm thinking classic traditional, very traditional.
Okay, excellent. That's great. Now, what kind of food and drink were you thinking of?
Well, what are our options?
I'll show you.
Right. I'm thinking chocolate-infused beer, some wine for the others, and beef. You know I love beef.
Michael, let's take a look at the other options. Well, there's a lot to look through in this pile. We might be here all day.
Well, we can worry about that a little later. So, how large is the wedding party?
Oh, well, let's see. There's Michael and I. Of course.
Of course.
And then there's Jacob.
Jacob. And who's Jacob?
Jacob's my boyfriend. And his best man.
I'm sorry. Huh?
Jacob is Celeste's boyfriend, my best friend, and also my lawyer.
I'm sorry, I'm not following.
I thought I told you that Michael and I are in a polyamorous relationship.
A poly what?
No, polyamorous. It's the most traditional relationship there is today.
Jacob is my best friend and Celeste's boyfriend. He just won't settle down with her yet.
We're not ready for that just yet. Oh, and there's June. June is Michael's fiance. But they're not going to get married until they stop the deforestation of the rainforest.
It's a big thing for her.
Yeah.
And I must admit, I agree. Oh, June is also Celeste's maid of honor.
We should remember to seat her next to Jacob now that they're dating. And there's also Amy, Frederick, and Jamie. But Amy, she's casually seeing Michael and Jacob.
Don't forget, Frederick and Amy are dating.
And Frederick, he's also seeing June.
When did that happen?
Last month, on vacation in Aruba.
I didn't see that one coming.
Me neither.
Now, you mentioned a Jamie.
Jamie is just a friend.
Oh, is that allowed?
Of course. Friendship is what it's all about.
And now, is he... Wait, is Jamie male or female?
Does it matter?
No, of course not. So, I think I have it all. Can I try and recap?
Sure.
So, Michael and Celeste, you want to get married. And then there's Jacob, who is Celeste's boyfriend and Michael's best man. Then we have June, who is Celeste's maid of honor and Michael's fiance, but they won't get married until they stop the deforestation of the rainforest. Jacob is also dating June. Then we have the new group. There's Amy, Frederick, and Jamie. Amy is dating Michael and Jacob casually. Frederick is dating Amy. Frederick is also seeing June. And then we have Jamie, who could be male or female. Of course, it doesn't matter. Just a friend.
Wow. You're good. I think he captured everything.
Celeste, can we get going? If Brady wins today, the Patriots go to their 30th Super Bowl.
Okay, Michael. Bill, I really want that traditional wedding. And I know you can make my dream a reality.
Celeste, I will do everything I can to make this a memorable day for you and Michael and everyone else you're involved with.
Thank you.
Sure. Hey, have you ever heard of a poly-wag relationship? Hey, I had no idea that the things that you and me and Peter and Kelly have been doing the last 20 years actually had a name for it.
Wow. You weren't kidding about that one being complicated. I could barely keep up with the triangle. No, quadrangle. Quintangle?
Yeah, whatever angles.
Ira,
Mm-hmm.
how many boxes do we have left?
This is the last box of parties that were ever held at the Victorian house.
Oh, thank God. I have a cheeseburger and a jalapeno margarita waiting for me at home. And a much-deserved trip to my sleep chamber set on Waterfall.
Well, that sleep chamber's just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. So is your cheeseburger and jalapeno margarita, because this is the last party that was ever held at the Victorian house. Check out the name.
Interesting. Wasn't that...
Yes, it was.
God, he didn't! Oh, well, that's stupid. Well, is his head still stuck in there? Oh, but no, that's okay. You know what? We can just, well, you'll just have to do your laundry somewhere else until he's out. No, calm down. It's gonna be okay. Trust me. I'm sure there's someone out there that can help. No, I don't think Googling how to get my friend out of the washing machine is going to be much help. Just get your serve-bot to do it.
Would you please be quiet?
What the hell? Liz, I'll connect with you later. I've got some crazy guy tapping me on the shoulder. What the hell was that?
Calm down.
How long have you been there?
A lot longer than I'd have liked.
So just chat with someone.
I can't.
Or just mind your own business.
I also can't do that.
So just watch a broadcast or listen to...
I said I can't.
Don't be stupid. Of course you can.
I can't use a headset.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're not on some kind of list, are you?
What kind of list?
You know, like a sex offenders list?
What?
Sorry, it's just that...
I'm not on a sex offenders list.
You know, they don't let the sex offenders use the headset so that they can't connect with anyone online.
Yes, I know they don't let sex offenders use
Well,
headsets.
you did say that you couldn't use them.
I'm not a sex offender!
Sorry. Do you want me to leave?
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I screamed. You must have got me a little agitated there. Well done.
A little? Well, that's an understatement if ever I heard one.
Did you really think I was a sex offender?
Well, I figured there was a solid 50-50 chance.
You're the worst.
Kidding.
I'm laughing, see?
I just wanted to see how far I could push you.
Yeah, well, congrats. You win.
Why, thank you, good sir.
You can ask if you want to.
Ask what?
Oh, come on. I know you want to.
What do you mean?
The headsets.
Oh, right.
It's okay, trust me.
Why can't you use them?
Well, take it off.
I beg your pardon?
The headsets, I mean.
Well, just for the record, take it off is 100% something a sex offender would say.
I prostrate myself at the feet of the world's greatest living comedian.
Aw, how sweet.
But seriously, take it off.
Okay, now what?
Take a look.
I can't see anything.
Here, try this.
No.
Feel anything?
Yeah, it's like a bump or a line. Something. What is it?
Stitches.
What happened?
I had an accident just before level 5 graduation. I was skiing in Switzerland. And
Wait, skiing?
Yeah, skiing. Anyway, the next thing I remember, I'm lying in a hospital bed with all these stitches in the back of my head. They had to cut out my chip.
Oh, how horrible.
Yeah, haven't been able to interface with anything since.
Nothing at all?
No.
Well, isn't it awful, though, not being able to interface?
Honestly, not really. I've spent more than half of my life without it now, and I barely remember what it was like before then anyway.
Do you ever feel lonely not being able to connect with people properly?
So, what are you, my psychiatrist now?
It's a fair question.
Yeah, okay. No, I don't get lonely. It's kind of peaceful in a way, being on the outside, looking in.
Interesting.
What is?
I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
What do you mean? You're doing it now?
No, but I mean, I've never been able to sustain a real in-person conversation for any length of time.
Well, what about your family?
Never had children. Or married, for that matter.
Interesting.
What is?
Me neither.
Really? Why not?
Well, apparently I have communication issues.
It doesn't seem like it.
You're doing pretty well yourself.
Oh, well, this conversation is temporary for me. I can handle that. I could never do what you're doing.
Maybe you could. You don't know that.
I do.
Have you tried?
No, but...
No buts.
Oh, is that what you say when you're with your other sex offender friends?
I'm not a sex
Kidding.
offender. Out of sheer curiosity, are you even capable of making a joke about literally anything else?
So, a rabbi and a priest walk into this bar
You are
and...
seriously messed up.
Says the guy with the stitches in the back of his skull for half his life.
That's just all part of my natural charisma.
I'm Eve, by the way.
Well, look at you, miss. I don't do conversation.
Well, I figured I might as well introduce myself since we've decided to actually talk.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Eve.
And you are?
Oh, right. Murdoch.
Murdoch?
Yeah.
As in Murdoch?
Yeah.
Murdoch Cunningham? The famous media mogul whose party we are currently attending?
The very same.
You don't look like...
My parents had friends on the council, and they made sure to change all the digital records of any visual recordings of me after the accident. Can't have anybody knowing that a Cunningham can't use headsets. Anyway, that way, if anyone actually sees me, then they'll just think I'm some anti-tech nut job or a sex offender.
That's actually awful.
Yeah. You really want to get back into psychiatrist mode, don't you?
How did you know?
My years of experiencing people through my eyes instead of through a screen must have really paid off after all.
Clearly they did.
You know, this place is really old.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, about 140 years. It was the Victorian House Catering Company. I have so many great memories here. My parents had this morbid fascination with the, Have you ever seen that old movie, Silence of the Lambs?
Never heard of it.
Okay, well, you wouldn't get it then. That's a travesty, by the way.
What is?
That you've never seen Silence of the Lambs.
I'm heartbroken.
You should be. Anyway, my point is my parents loved this place. And actually, I know all of the secret passageways.
Do you?
No, I've never used them and don't for any form of sexual deviancy.
Oh, well, that was 100% on you this time.
Yeah, there's no way that you weren't going to make that joke.
No, I was going to ask if you wanted to take me on a tour of these secret passageways that you speak of.
Well, now that you mention it.
Yeah, you totally were.
Maybe. Well, Eve, would you care to join me for a stroll through the secret passageways?
It would be my honor, good sir.
Ira, what are we doing here? Look, never mind. We've gone through 25 boxes and 140 years of parties, and I still haven't found anything that's interesting enough to make a documentary.
Loretta, I told you this place had romance and magic and mystique
And what?
They wanted to tear this place down. Can you believe they wanted to tear this place down?
No,
I
they
know.
can't.
I know, I said the same thing. You feel the same way?
I know, I was told that presidents and kings and queens all partied here. And all those other people. Look, I need to go. I'm sorry.
Loretta, don't go. Please. What if I told you all my retirement savings, every last crypto, and I bought this place.
Oh, Ira, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And I hired the Acme Restoration Company to fix it up.
You hired the Acme company? You do realize that they're bankrupt.
I know, that's how I got them so cheap. Loretta, it's a dream of mine. Open up this place, hosting parties here. Something is haunting me to be here.
I think it's the ghosts.
Then guess what? I sent my DNA to one of those ancestry places. Turns out that I'm related to one of the original owners. This is a dream come true.
Oh, no, it's more like a nightmare.
You know what's another dream of mine? The past 10 years? You.
Oh, Ira. But you're so old. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ira. I need to go. I should go.
No, Loretta, don't go. You always say you can't say no to me, right? But is there anything that you can think of to make this work? Loretta, anything. Can you think of anything to make this work? Who is it?
It's Jerry from Acme. I had an appointment with Ira Radford.
Well, there is one thing, Ira. I found this in a box.
I had an appointment to go over some construction.
What is it?
It's an old Lovett family recipe for sausage. Look at the ingredients.
What? What are you thinking?
I can't wait out here all night. It's raining.
I'm thinking we just got a delivery of fresh meat.
Are you serious?
Hey, I have another appointment. Is anyone gonna let me in? Hello?
Hold on, we'll be right there.
What do you say, Ira?
Well, it is an old family recipe.
Now this'll make a good documentary.